Dancing with a fan, or abanico, can be both sensual and expressive. A lot of people associate dancing with a fan with palos such as guajiras or colombiana, but it also works very well for more hondo dances, more deep dances, seguerilla, soleá. It just needs to be expressed in a different way. There's lots of different fans to choose from. The larger fans are called pericón, and you can see it's made, this one, of encaje, lace, tela, cloth and madera, wood, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful fan. The main thing to look for when you're buying a fan is that it opens easily. If it's stiff, it's not going to work in dancing. So it's always worth actually testing it in the shop. Most shops in Spain, certainly in Andalusia, they expect you to test whether it opens well, and they're used to dancers coming in to buy fans, so they wouldn't stop you. Obviously, if you break it, then you may need to pay, but generally it would be expected. So that's the largest of the fans. For me, there's not a rule, but for me, this type of fan is more suitable for the lighter palos, the lighter dances, guajiras, so on and so forth. It's got an alegría to it, it's a bit more coqueta, so on and so forth, a bit more coquettish, and it's big. So it's got a flamboyance to it, which for me as a dancer, I would perhaps use, maybe if I'm dancing with a pata de cola or something, dancing in, let's say, in alegrías or guajiras, so on and so forth. Then you've got a fan which is a bit smaller, you can see, compared to the large fan. It's a little bit smaller. And this is made of a mixture of wood and tela, wood and cloth. It's really easy to work with. It's not too heavy. Opens really easily. And this, obviously this is a very bright colour, but again, I would use this size of fan for either dance. If I was dancing a seguerilla, this is a dark colour, but the fan feels too ostentatious for the mood of a seguerilla, which is much more an internal dance, the way I feel it. So I would be more likely to use a fan this size. Or the smaller of the fans is this one, which is predominantly wood. It's got a beautiful design on it, very flamenco Moro design, Moorish design, and it's got a little bit of cloth. The only thing I would say about these fans made of more wood, the heavier the wood, the easier they are to break, and they look beautiful, but again, this one actually has lasted me well, but I have other ones that are heavier wood, and then when you open it, it can break. And obviously if you're performing, if you're on stage, then you don't want that to happen. The other thing I would say is a fan is something that gets a lot of wear and tear. I've got about 25 fans in different colours and different sizes. Alright, I'm a professional dancer, but even if you're a student, to buy one and think it's going to last a lifetime, probably won't, because as well, when you're learning to dance with a fan, it's normal that it will drop on the floor, or you'll open it and it'll fly across the room or something. So these fans in Spain, certainly these fans, they're a few euros. They're not expensive. Obviously when you get to mixing with lace and so on, they get more expensive. You can see this has got a handle on it, which generally when I'm buying fans, I try and avoid ones with handles, because it gets in the way, basically, if you're dancing. But you can get these, certainly you can remove these, or you can get them removed in Spain. So these are mainly the three types of abanico that we would dance with. So for myself, I would say the larger fan, maybe for the more baile intermedio, baile chico dances, lighter dances, and the middle or the smaller fan, I would say for if you're dancing a soleá, seguerilla, something like that, then I think a smaller fan has a different way of expressing. And you do different moves. There's many more moves that you can work with a smaller fan than with a large fan. So that's also something. You have more versatility in some ways with a smaller fan. But it really depends on how you feel it when you're dancing and how you want to interpret your dance. If you want the largesse of the big abanico, then that will work for you.